Today I want to talk about how to get some random variations in your beats when you're recording using Geist. Geist has some nice tools available to help you humanize your tracks, your beats. It's a pretty complex program. It's one of my favorites. But today I just want to show you a few simple tricks to get your beats to sound a little more organic. So here I've created this simple beat. If I play this back, you can hear it's pretty straight. Not super interesting. So we can do some things to make this a little bit more of an appealing beat. The first thing I want to talk about are these lanes. You have these lanes where you can add these beats in Geist. And if you look at the very far right side of the lane, you can see a little triangle. This little triangle tells Geist basically to loop this lane. You have the ability to move this triangle to different spots within the lane. And then what happens is, as the Geist is playing, when it hits this triangle, the loop starts over again. So as you can see with this, when I start playing it back, you'll see that the loop for this particular open hi-hat at the very top will loop back sooner than the rest of the rhythm. So that's going to give you some rhythmic variation right away in the open hi-hats. Watch it loop here. You can see it following. You can see the marker following where the loop's actually happening. So that gives you a little bit of rhythmic variation right out of the gate with the open hi-hat. Then if you expand these triangles over here on the left side, you have some other options available to you. You can actually randomize things like the velocity, the panning, the playback, like if it's the probability that it will play back, for example. So let's actually start with the velocity. So if I have the velocity selected here, I can actually go ahead and randomize this. Basically, I just kind of play around with the variance, and then I pull the randomization way down until it looks like something that might be kind of cool from a velocity standpoint. So let's hear what that sounds like. So that's already sounding a little bit better in my ears. And then I'm going to make some adjustments to the pan. I'm going to do the same thing. Just vary the panning on this. We're going to randomize it a little bit more. And so now we have some more humanization in the panning as well. Another neat trick is to go down to playback, go to probability, and change this offset so that you have a percentage of the possibility of the playback happening on any of these hits. So I brought this one down. I don't know, maybe that's about 70% possibility of this hit happening for this closed hat. So that gets you a little more variation as well. So with just those few tricks, we've breathed some life into this beat, and you can hear it within the context of this track now. And that's how you can kind of start to play around with Geist and get some variation in your rhythms and make your rhythms a little bit more, kind of automatic in terms of how they fluctuate. And that should give you some more interesting characteristics in your beats. Thanks for watching.